What happens once Lucid Motors starts deliveries? TSLA/NIO. Hey guys, welcome to our channel, eMotion. Today, in this video, we're going to talk about the different scenarios and huge changes that can be expected to occur once Lucid Motors starts the deliveries of its EVs. Getting more curious to know more about it? Watch the video till the end. Currently, the EV market is just gaining pace, and there are only a few companies that have stepped forward with their electric vehicles. Though the EV leader, Tesla has already released 5 amazing EVs. Lucid Motors is currently working on its first product, and its release is stated for the end of 2021. Based on the other manufacturers who tried their best to produce high-tech EVs, let us look into the upcoming impacts of the release of the Lucid Motors first EV. Tesla stocks timeline. Even though Tesla is at the top of the list when it comes to EV manufacturers, the company was not a titan during its initial period. The company has overcome the nightmares of frozen stock prices. Tesla was first founded in the year 2003, but was not very popular or well-known amongst the public. It was only in 2010 that the company was acknowledged by the public and its shares were trading at $5 per share. After a couple of months, the share price fell to around $3.92 for one share. On the whole, Tesla stock was just hovering around the $5 mark. There wasn't much difference in the stock prices of Tesla after its first release of the Model S in June 2013, as the investors were not ready to trust the entirely new concept of an electric vehicle at that time. As the pace of the delivery of the Model S increased in the mid of 2013, the stock prices of Tesla reached a point where 9.8% in that specific month. From this, we can note that Tesla followed a rhythm in doing things. The release of the Tesla Model 3 returned nearly 8% of its stock prices in just 30 days. At first, the company witnessed an increase in its stock prices, and then it began the deliveries of the EVs. Tesla succeeded in proving the point that the production of premium electric vehicles can be a long-term profitable business. As the weeks passed, the stock prices of Tesla continued to increase and reached a mark of $10 per share. After knowing Tesla's quarterly financial statements, the investors who once refused to invest in electrical vehicles were dashing to invest in their stock prices. The stock was reaching enormous heights, that is, more than 70% of its original value, and it crossed the $20 mark too. After all these achievements, Tesla soon became a trendsetter of the EV business world, and the bar was set high. Whenever there was a launch of a new EV in the market, it had a direct effect on the stock market. Tesla didn't stop with the release of Model S, it came up with 4 more exciting projects in the name of Model X, launched in the year 2015, and Model 3 in 2017. There are 2 more upcoming projects of Tesla which we are expected to launch in the year 2022 and 2023, and they are the Tesla Model Y and the Tesla Roadster. Tesla is also coming up with a cedar pickup truck named Cybertruck that is expected to be launched in 2022. The design of the Tesla Cybertruck does not feature the essential elements such as the side mirrors, a front bumper, a windshield wiper, or the tires jutting from their wheels. This vehicle fails to satisfy the basic requirements and the fundamental safety standards, and when the vehicle's design was launched, Tesla stocks even fell. In the case of side mirrors, the company can claim that the truck has a rear-view mirror, but the truck still fails to ensure the safety standards as it has only one light bar in the front and back. Its bulletproof windows were also infamously shattered at the launch event. After all these discussions on the social media platforms, the CEO of Tesla Motors, Elon Musk, gave an official announcement stating that the design of the Cybertruck has not been finalized yet. Above all, the Cybertruck requires a lot of changes in order to ensure the safety of the drivers, to make sure the truck actually drivable on the streets, and to make it profitable for Tesla. NIO stocks timeline. Originally founded in 2014, NIO Company had only a little experience in vehicle manufacturing during its initial stages. When the company stepped into the production of electrical vehicles, it was promised a bright future. This sleeping giant did not enter the stock market until 2018. When NIO entered, for the first 1 month, its stock prices were at around $7 per share. The stocks of NIO underperformed in the month following the IPO, losing 15% of its value. After that, it took months for the company to gain 20% over the previous month. In November 2019, the company encountered a significant drop in its stock price where it reached a mark of $1.49 per share. The first EV by NIO, in the name of the ES8, was launched in the year 2017 during an event, and its deliveries began in the mid of 2018. The release of ES8 occurred before the IPO, and thus there was not much difference in the company's profit. Same as Tesla, NIO also experienced the same exact scenario. After announcing the release of ES8, the stock prices of NIO reached an enormous increase from such a low point of $1.49 per share to a 57% increase. The stock continued to maintain the same mark for a while in the months of June and July in the year 2020. At this point, the stock prices were at $12.53 per share, up from $4. Impressive, right? We'll wait for another 5 minutes. There's still the real story of what happened after the release of the SUV. The sheer masses of delivery caused the stock to ascend even greater heights, reaching a mark of $50 per share, and it has been fluttering around that mark ever since. The value of the company was acknowledged at that time. Though other notable factors contributed to the change in its stock prices, the months of the launch of the ES8 and its delivery heated the stock prices more. Estimating the factors and effects of the EV manufacturers, their ups and downs in the stock market, we've come to the correct point to discuss what we may expect from the stocks of Lucid Motors when it comes up with its first electric vehicle in the future. How Lucid Motors might perform in comparison to NIO and Tesla. Though the introduction of Lucid Motors was with a humble note in the year 2007, after nearly 13 years of silence, the company went public and simultaneously entered the stock market in the mid of 2021. In its initial stages, the stock price of Lucid Motors was not bad. It was at a mark of $25.83 per share. It's shocking to know that this value was significantly higher than the stock prices of Tesla and NIO, and by a wider margin as well. Now, we're going to look at the one common similarity between Tesla and NIO, which is also noted to be shared by Lucid Motors. The two companies, Tesla and NIO, were forced to face a decline in their shares in the month after the release of their respective IPOs, and Lucid Motors is no exception. There was a similar decline in the shares of Lucid Motors soon after its merger. But when we take a deeper look into Lucid's stocks, the company is lucky enough in holding its value. Since it's been trading above $20 for a long period, and it's just lately dropped $18.68 per share. When comparing this value with that of Tesla, it is $3, and that of NIO, it is a $1.49 drop. Taking a closer look, it looks like the market is recreating its previous performances for a second time. The stock prices of the two giants, NIO and Tesla, had a sudden rise after a few days when they started to receive delivery of their EVs, which in turn indicated that the LCID market has a promising and bright outlook. Lucid Motors will come up soon with the delivery of its EVs, and thus there will be a massive reaction for sure. We can conclude with one fine point from the happenings of the past, and the point is, if the EV is up to standard, there's no doubting that the stock prices of the company have reaped the benefits of it. Before winding up, let's have a gist over the upcoming products of all three giants. First, Lucid Motors is working on two main projects, the Air and the Gravity SUV. Both are expected to be released in the years of 2022 and 2023, respectively. Secondly, we have 5 different projects from Tesla: Tesla Model X, Tesla Model S, Tesla Model Y, and Tesla Model 3. Among the 4, Tesla S is the one that's expected to be released in the year 2021. And finally, NIO is planning to start the deliveries of 3 brand new models of the beginning of 2022, and they include ET7 sedan and ES8. Coming to the end of today's video, what do you think will be the impacts after the release of Lucid's EVs? What changes will positively occur in the market? Comment below. If you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button and share it with fellow car enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Oh, and in case you missed it, head over to our video on Lucid Motors stocks 2025 predictions to get a better idea about how Lucid might perform and how it's set to break some barriers. Goodbye!